Alright guys, it's been a while. I know, I'm aware, and maybe you are now being reminded, but life gets really, it's a lot sometimes, we all know this, and for me, the first thing to go is always YouTube because of the time constraints, the stress of trying to get it together in time. So YouTube immediately goes on the back burner, which is the worst because I actually love YouTube and I love, you know, sharing stuff and then having that interaction with you guys. So it does. Anyway, that's a different video. But right, so also I figured to like come back in full force, we should be like double whammy, boom, boom, pow. Like, so 2 videos are up today. If you're watching this one first, there's another video that is, you know, the cheaper, like more affordable, less expensive. I personally hate all of these terms, but it's very hard to define it in other ways because affordable is such a spectrum of layered meaning for people. It's very personal. Anyway, look for that video. I'll link it below and check out Instagram. So Walmart, love Walmart, sponsored like a Instagram post, and it's gonna be very fashion focused, and then soon in the next couple weeks I'll do like full-on video with like try-ons and like styling video, etc. So look for that. So I have a whole bunch of stuff to share with you. I feel like my makeup buying habits and just my buying habits in general have changed so much due to like COVID and stuff. I think it, for a lot of us, we all kind of took a step back and it's like, I'm not gonna buy anything for a while. And then now as we're kind of calming down and tapering off back into like more normal times, I mean, I'm still wearing a mask in some places, it's just me. And I am all boosted, like fully, okay? So I have a lot less, let's say like eyeshadows and like color cosmetics and a lot more complexion products, which I think is something I'm always gonna be really into. I have just one skincare item. I think skincare for me, as far as Sephora goes, is much more of a not first stop for me. I'm much more into the clinical grade, medical grade skincare. Not to say that that means it's better, but the products I am using from those lineups are products I really love. That and then K-Beauty. So those are kind of where I'm at, really. As far as Sephora goes, I'd say Tatcha, I'd say Paula's Choice. But like really, I'm not buying skincare from Sephora anymore. So it's why it hasn't been included in a lot of the Sephora recommendation videos in the past couple years. And then we have body and hair stuff. So we'll start with makeup. Okay, so we're gonna start off with this primer from Cali Ray. I've tried a few products here and there. Nothing has been like, oh my God, for me yet. The eyeliner, I was like, okay. And then I think I tried something else from them. Oh, their actual complexion product. And that was also just kind of dry for me. I don't know. This is excellent. This is something that reminds me of like a typical silicone primer. Like when Smashbox had their primer and that was like all the rage. I always would get samples of it and try to use it. It always dried my skin out and I didn't even have that dry of skin at that time. So this is really interesting because I think there's a whole bunch of silicones in here, but they're not drying. It immediately blurs your skin. I feel like if you want to do no makeup days and you just want your skin to look good, or even guys who want to wear makeup, I mean, as in like you want to do like a cleaned up like non-makeup look, it blurs. It absolutely blurs. I don't know if I need something like this. I really love my number 7 like tinted perfector. It comes in like 3 shades. They're very, very like malleable and changeable. So I use light, but I feel like anyone from like fair all the way to almost medium could probably wear light. And that is tinted and it blurs almost instantly. If I was to think of a perfect hybrid between a primer that blurs, I would say that with the tint is like perfection. Like it's undetectable. So I would recommend this to you. I don't know if I would be reaching for this that often because I have one that is tinted. Next we have the Dr. Jart Plus Cicapair Dermagreen Solution, the Tiger Grass Camo Drops. I am a big fan of using green color correction. It's never been something I've gotten into until say the past like 3-4 months. The Hero Cosmetics, there's one in a tube. I'll also like link that below. That one is like a color correcting cream. They also have one in apricot. I'm really excited to try that one. But the green one, I literally apply it after my skincare and I use that as my base. Just the green color cream is my base, and I just add powder and do my makeup as normal. This is a very similar idea, but it's more liquid. It's in a drop. The Cicapair line does have like a cream and a gel and like whatever you might need, but I thought this would be nice because it's like much thinner. You can kind of see it's kind of like a pastel. But this one has SPF 35, which is why I was much more interested in it, because anything with added SPF, I'm like, sign me up, right? I will try it. So it's like thinner, not very thin, but it's thinner than the Hero Cosmetics. But I love it. Again, I can use this to just even out my skin tone. Now, if you are someone that has a lot more to deal with, like with age, I've noticed I have some like rosiness, maybe it's like a little pink. I don't have actual redness. I might have some broken capillaries around the nose, but it's not something I can see just like, you know, at a glance. Like I have to look for them, right? So that's where I'm at. So for me, this kind of thing would work great. But if you actually have redness, I don't know how much it will do to counteract it. It might mitigate it, but definitely it's not going to be like a huge transformation for you. Guys, I really have not been buying any makeup, and I basically was kind of waiting for the sale to pick everything up. These are a repurchase. I have the NARS Soft Matte Concealer in medium 1, medium 1.5. So Custard and Macadamia. Custard is more of like a neutral to warm undertone, and the Macadamia leans a little more warmer to peach. So I use this on my face when I'm trying to color correct a little more. I use it to carve out my brows. And then Custard and the other one, M-A-R-R-O-N, Glace, I think is how you pronounce it. So I have 3 in rotation that I go back and forth whenever I'm trying to hide a blemish. And I don't know if anything is actually better than this for that, or to clean up around the mouth. It's also really excellent. Those are repurchases. These are all new to me. We have the Milk Makeup Concealer. I really wanted to like this, and I do like it. I just don't love it. So for the under eyes, if you've used the Huda Beauty Concealer, the newest one that she has come out with, this is very similar to that. That one is a little more matte, and this one is a little more not matte and a little more hydrating. But for me, the test is always the inner corner, right? So for me, I think I just like it everywhere but the inner corner, because I could still see a little bit of collection, a little bit of dryness, a little bit of emphasis. Like, you know, if you're just talking to me, maybe you won't see it, but if you decide to see if there is something going on here, you're gonna see it. So I would rather have lighter coverage or a dewier finish over having that emphasized. I mean, obviously, I feel like generally the skin itself looks better when we don't have anything on it, right? Now, if you're dealing with darkness or a little bit of like concave activity here, then yeah, a little product is gonna help you look better. But I'm really undecided about this. I do think it's a really good concealer. I think it's a really good face concealer, but it's like medium coverage, so you're not covering a lot with this. So it's kind of like if you don't have anything specific to cover, i.e. like a blemish, and you're just kind of using it like just to like spot conceal, like non-blemishes, I think it's okay. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I haven't decided what I'm doing with this concealer yet. The Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, this got really great reviews. I'm still undecided. It's just like a toss-up between like, I don't know. My favorite concealers right now are the Winky Lux as well as the NYX Bear With Me for like daily use. Every day I reach for one of those and one of the colors and I do something. It's my favorite. It never fails. It doesn't matter what kind of powder I put on it. It's my favorite. This operates very similar to those, but I think this formula is just slightly thicker. So I have to use less and really pay attention to the blend. And it does emphasize a little bit here, and I'm obviously being really picky. So it does emphasize a little, not as much as this. So that's like kind of okay. So this is like a toss-up for me. I wouldn't use this on my face. I really think this is kind of a under eye concealer, because on the face I don't think it lasts that long. Next is the one from Coolfie. First of all, the name, adorable. If you've ever had kulfi, then you know it's delicious. It has like certain base ingredients, and from there you can go into like flavors and stuff. But cutest name for a makeup brand. I have a concealer in Ice Ice Berry. It is the lightest shade. It is a South Asian owned brand. So it's kind of meant for the general population with those skin tones. So I can use the lightest shade, but I do think if you are fair, like fair, maybe even fair light, this might be too dark for you, but it works beautiful for me. Hopefully they extend the shade range at some point, but if they don't, you know, not that big of a deal. Like, I feel like inclusivity at this point in time is specific to say like people of color owned brands. I think they do deserve that time to just offer to who they're marketing to. And then if something does take off, then it does become a responsibility to expand your shade range and be more inclusive. I just feel very passionate about a lot of things like right now. I don't know, I don't really like getting political, but like for everyone that did not vote, I'm just like, why did you vote? Why did you vote? Okay, anyway. Okay, so we have 3 complexion products. We'll start with what I have on. It is the iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. I love this. I'm a big fan of skin tints. I always have been, but they've always been like really like no coverage or too much cover to be considered a skin tint. Nowadays, I think we have at least a dozen really good options to choose from, depending on your preference. I really like the Charlotte Tilbury one. I feel like that was very divided. Mine did not look overly glowy or greasy on me, so I was really happy about that. So I would recommend that to you. This, very similar, a little lighter in coverage, a little more of a waterier formula. We love, like, it's like a shaky, there was confusion between like what my brain was thinking and what my body was doing. Okay, so this is a plastic squeezy tube. We love it. You can shake it up. So easy to travel with if you needed it. I'm a big fan of what's been going on TikTok for a while, which is putting the Hollywood Flawless filter down first as a base. I mean, we were doing this when it was released, right? But like, you know, TikTok really made it happen. But basically a really, really glowy base, either mixed with your tint or applied before as a primer. It just looks so good. Today I have this on, but I use the e.l.f. Halo Glow as the mixing base. I will do another video to kind of be the counterpart to this video, because this is all kind of like Sephora level pricing, whereas I have tons of stuff that I've been trying that I love. It is say like, you know, Target, Ulta, etc. So we have this on today. It's very, very pretty. I do have, I was gonna say, I was tell you what powder I have on, but I do have, I don't know, I've been trying to treat this area. I don't know if I'm sleeping weird, something is going on. I've changed my pillowcase multiple times, but this is what we have on today. I like it. It's not super glowy. I don't have any highlighter on today, so I just have this in the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, not the new one. I'm like waiting to get that one from like Selfridges when they do their kind of holiday event, but I'm also really obsessed with that Charlotte Tilbury powder. I've repurchased it. I'm on my 2nd compact, so highly recommend. This is light medium coverage, but it absolutely evens out, gives you a little bit of pigment. I love this. The Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. This was really, really difficult. Okay, first of all, packaging is beautiful. You have this frosted glass. I have never had such an issue matching myself. I usually can just go through on a website and pick a shade. If I can't do that, sometimes I'll have to look at a model. Sometimes I'll have to go look at swatches, but I usually can pick my shade by then. With this one, I watched so many videos, so many TikToks trying to figure out, like just looking for people who I usually match with, and it just made no sense. I had like 5 different shades that I thought I could have been. I go in store, I get a sample. I got 145 and it was like supposed to be like cool peach undertones, but it looked kind of warm. So I got it and I used it, and I liked the foundation itself, but there was just something really off about the tone. Like the depth of it worked, but the tone was just like my neck and there's like a situation. So I just went a shade up and went kind of like warmer. So this is 160 light neutral. I like this foundation. I don't know if I'm like obsessed with it, but I also think there's this other underlying thing that's happening where as a whole makeup is pretty good right now. So it's really hard to be like, out of these 10 foundations, I think this is the ranking from 1 through 10, because I feel like 2 to 3 foundations will sit in like a certain spot together now. I don't know why I did that. That looked, oh, what was that? Okay, so undecided about this. I feel like I'm giving you a lot of like not concise reviews, because I'm just like, I could take it or leave it. I like it, but if I didn't have it in my collection, would I be like, oh my god, no, not necessarily. This one I've only worn a couple times. It's the Beauty Blender Bounce Foundation. I don't know, I haven't even seen anything on social media about this. Has anyone even reviewed this? Or is this an older product and they just brought it back out? Because the display seemed really new. So I got the shade 2.2 Light Olive. I can generally do like a olive undertone. It usually works pretty well for me. In fact, I think it actually looks slightly better than when something is said to be warm. This has very light coverage, but it's very moisturizing. So this is kind of like a, you know, no makeup thing. Again, pair this with your number 7 Tinted Perfector. Oh my god, so good. I have an eyeliner from Hourglass. It's in Solstice. I have 2 other shades. I have the green and the kind of like purpley shade. So I was interested in this one because I love using in the waterline something that's slightly glowy but also slightly bronzy, and this kind of accomplishes that. So I mean, that looks darker, but you know, in the waterline it probably looks more like this. We do have it in the waterline today, upper and lower, and it just kind of gives a little definition, a little emphasis to your eyes without being like locking it in. Like, my eyes are smaller obviously, so when I do a dark color, I may do it pretty often, but it does absolutely close off my eye, whereas this one defines without making everything look smaller, which we love, and also kind of brings out my natural eye color a little more, so we also love that. I'm a big fan of these. I'm usually not someone that like loves the twist ups because I feel like they dry out faster, but I'm not finding that with the Hourglass one, so we love that. So as far as lips go, we did get the Glossy Posse Volume 5. They decided to do 3 full-size glosses this time, which we love. So at first I kind of bypassed this, but nearer to the end of the sale, I guess I paid more attention, and I was like, oh, it's like full size, that's a good price, 20% off. And then I look closely and I don't have any of the shades. So that was kind of like, I think, the deciding factor. I'm like, if there's even one that I already have, I'm not gonna get it, right? I have 3 different formulas. The first one I have is a cream formula in the shade Cupcakin'. I do have this like on in the middle of the lips. Today I use a Makeup Forever lip liner. Those are so good. I have 3 of them. They're all amazing. Highly recommend. So we have Cupcakin', which is a pink. I have swatches to show you in a little bit. Then we have the Heat formula. It's in the original Fenty Glow color. I have never bought any of the Heat ones, so this is the first to my collection because I tend to avoid heat, tingling, plumping, etc. because they usually hurt. I don't like it. It feels like I'm about to have an allergic reaction right around my mouth. That, and if they actually are very effective, I look ridiculous and my lips look crazy. So this is pretty comfortable. I tried it on yesterday and I wore it, you know, throughout the day, and I was like, I don't mind this. It wasn't like, you know, no pain, still some gain. So we like that. And lastly, this one is so stunning. It's called Fuchsia Flex, and I don't know what formula this is. I think it's just kind of a, I don't know. They're not specific about the formula. So love this. Like, look at that. Like, you can't tell me that is not gorgeous. Okay, Westman Atelier did these little duos. You get a full size of their lip balm as well as like a mini blush. I haven't tried either of these products. I've seen so many great reviews on the Westman Atelier lip product. So here's the thing. What they did was they gave you the lighter lip balm with the darker blush, and then the darker lip product with a lighter blush, which would force you, essentially, if you were very interested in these products, to buy both kits, which is exactly what I did. I honestly feel like it probably could have deterred a lot of people from purchasing because you typically want those shades to kind of go, like, work well for your skin tone. The hype behind these is like legit. So I believe these are like $38 a pop. So the kit itself was $48 and you got this and this, which I think is a really good deal for Westman Atelier because these products are so good. I was like, oh, if I don't like it, I'll return it. These lip balms, I don't know how it works, but you don't get that thing in the middle. I'm like very aware of that thing. I talk a lot during the day, and you never know. So I'm always paying attention to that when I like go to the restroom. I even keep a mirror at my desk just in case something weird happens, you know, like if whatever. These are so good, so good. So I have the shade Nana, and oh gosh, she does so many French words. I can't say any of them. I'm not even gonna say this one. I'll have like the colors listed below, but it's Ma Pousse. Oh my God, don't even, no. So those are the 3 Fenty glosses. You have Cupcakin, Fenty Glow, and then Fuchsia Flex. And then these are the 2 lip glosses, Nana and the like darker shade that we're not gonna say again. So we love the lip balms. So the blushes included are Bichette and Chouchette. They're both beautiful. I've worn this one many times, this lighter one. The formula is so beautiful. It doesn't lift your makeup. You just tap it in. It looks like very one with your skin, like big fan. And then this is like the slightly darker one. We haven't touched this one yet, but again, with blush, you can really kind of go either way as far as like building it up or just having like a light wash. So I'm really glad I tried these out. This is like a later purchase. So we're gonna close out the video with the non-makeup items. First of all, this I picked up really late. By the time I got this, it was already sold out online. So luckily, like a local Sephora by me had it, so I was able to pick it up. This is a full size of the Tatcha Indigo Overnight Repair. This is fucking amazing if you have sensitive skin. And I almost feel like all skin types can use this because when I watch people talk about it, I was like, oh, everyone's talking, like they have all kinds of different like skin types. I love this. So at first I saw the kit and I was like, oh, I'll just get it. But then it sold out and then I had like FOMO. And then of course the weather changed and I pulled out my current jar, and my current jar is at like 25%. 25%. So I was like, I need a brand new one. Might as well get it. So the kit is 88. This is 88, and you get this basically for free. And I am on like my like maybe 1/3 of this. The Kissu like lip product, so good, so good. It feels amazing. So I'm really excited to have this. If you have sensitive skin, if you have eczema prone skin, if you get like rosacea, this is so gentle. I like effed up my skin last winter doing, oh, what did I can't remember, but there was like, I kept having texture and it would come back and it would go, and then it was really itchy and I was like irritated. This saved me. It allowed me to put something on without it burning. It allowed me to then wear makeup on top of, like, this is so good. And the body line, the indigo body line, also amazing. This is gonna go back. It's the Oribe Côte d'Azur Restorative Body Cream. I do have the one that's in the tub. I do believe this is updated packaging. I know I got that body lotion, the one that I have like currently on discount, maybe from like a BoxyCharm or something. This is $65, y'all. Like, no. Now, if this is the same amount as in their old packaging, fine, whatever. But like, even with 20% off, I'm like, I don't know, do I want to be that person? I do love this lotion. It is quite hydrating. I apply it, it smells good, it feels good. It's like one of those like all around good things. So it's kind of like a luxury, like treat yourself kind of thing. I'm kind of still debating keeping it or not, but like in the other video with all like the kind of like the like cheaper things that I'm gonna share with you, there's so many body lotions, which is another reason why I think they should go back, because I have so much body lotion to work through right now of things that are like more fun and like quantity wise like still worth it. I got a big bottle of the Cinema Secrets makeup brush cleaner. I got it in the lemon scent. I haven't tried this one before, but I just I've gotten lazy with cleaning my brushes. So I'm like, I need like that spot clean element to it. So I'll probably put this like in a smaller spray bottle and just keep it on my vanity so I can like touch up whenever. I think especially with face brushes, you really want to like, you know, if you're trying to take care of your skin, you have to pay attention to everything. The Ellis Brooklyn Myth Body Oil. This I think again was maybe like, was it like 65? Something extraordinarily expensive. And I've smelled this perfume before and I thought like it was decent, like I liked it. So I was like, oh, I'd love a body oil. This is a little like too floral. Like I like it, but I don't love it. So at this price point, I'm like, but like, if you like a floral, then you will like this body oil, not to mention how beautiful the bottle is. This is a super win. We are very into fragrance right now, like height fragrance. Like I am like I have so many scents that I'm so in love with right now. So Baccarat Rouge, 540, really, really like exciting, big perfume. It's been like pretty big for like 2 or 3 years now. And everyone's always coming up with the dupes. And there are actually a lot of them. I'll probably go off on my like Baccarat Rouge tangent in like another video where that's more fragrance focused. But this is the Sol de Janeiro 68. Everyone keeps saying this smells like Baccarat Rouge. It absolutely does. It has that kind of cotton candy, slightly floral, but like cashmere vibe type. It's really good. And if you have like kind of are familiar with the line, their body sprays last so long. So they had a kit with like a smaller version of this with the body butter, but I was like, I'm not gonna use the body butter that often. You put something in a tub, I'm so much more less likely to use it. So I was like, I'll just get the big spray, you know, for the price. It's like worth it to get the big spray, and I'm so happy about it. Like, it smells so good. I was at TJ Maxx, maybe, I don't know how long ago, but someone had Baccarat Rouge on and had walked through all the aisles that I was walking through, and it smelled so good. I was like, where is this? Like, where is she? He, like, you smell so good. It just like lingered and was so delicious. Last for fragrance, I got the Kayali Vanilla 28 and Musk 12. I've tried none of their scents, but I was interested interested in these because a lot of people talk about them. First off, it's a rollerball, not my favorite. I always prefer a spray. I think all of us generally prefer a spray. The musk smells delicious. If you love musk, like a skin musk, you'll really like this. My personal obsession, I actually have it on right now, is Initio's Musk Therapy. I love it so much. Initio Oud for Greatness. Those two scents, while kind of on the opposite end of like the vibe, I am in love with both of them so much. Anyway, the other side, you get a vanilla. The vanilla is a good vanilla. It's strong. If you like a sweet vanilla, it's strong in a good way. As in, like, you can use very little. Like, I just put a little bit on my wrist and I could smell it all day. But the sweetness is also, like, followed by, like, a very strong, like, kind of like a white floral. And I don't like white florals generally. And the stronger it is in a fragrance, the less likely I am going to like it. So for me, this is kind of like, I might get like a, like, travel spray of the musk one. The musk smells really, really good. And it's like a sweet musk. I'm also a big skin scent person, so if that's kind of your vibe, that's that. Last but not least, the K18 Professional Molecular Repair Hair Mask. This is a big bottle. I did not get this from Sephora. I got this off of Gilt. I'm a big shopper on like Gilt and Rue La La. They're essentially, I think at some point someone bought someone, so they're the same company basically. So this is 3 times the size of what you would buy at Sephora. So I think the regular packaging, the regular size is 50 mil. This is 150 mil. And I got it off of Gilt for, I think, 70. I'll list below how much I got it for. I haven't tried this yet. I just put it like in my shower. So let me know if you have tried this and it works, because this is definitely an investment. I'm keeping it in this video just because like you can purchase it there. If you are like me, maybe you're Asian, and you have hair that like, it like looks like it's like really nice hair, like, ooh, you know, but like it's actually like very coarse and very dry. And when you touch it, it is not like silky or anything like that whatsoever. So I think the premise behind this is you shampoo your hair, you skip conditioner, you apply this, and then that's it. You don't even wash it out. But you need to use it more consistently in the beginning, and then over time you can just maintain. Okay, so this video is so much longer than I want it to be, so we're gonna wrap it up. Don't forget to check out Instagram, and stay tuned for later. We'll do a video haul of, say, less expensive items, and there will be just more videos, you know. And holiday season wise, I love doing videos because there's so much more to talk about. Like, it's not boring.